Hello, welcome again to Let's Talk Science with Pastor Dan. I was in the Word today, and the scripture that came up was John 8, 1 to 20. It's talking about the woman found in the act of adultery. And the leaders are brought to bring this woman to Jesus. And I'm going to talk about today and tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the same scripture and two different aspects of it. First of all, the motivation of the leaders. It says in the word that they brought him there in order to have something to accuse him of. Well, what would be the purpose or problem for that? Um, the law is very clear in the act of adultery because God sees sin as very, very vile and has to be directly, according to the law, if someone is caught in the act of adultery, they are to be executed on the spot, they're to be stoned. It's interesting to me that they brought the woman. If they're caught in the act, that means there was a guy there too. It's notice they didn't bring him out. So this wasn't so much about zealousness for the law as it was trying to find a reason to accuse Jesus. Now, what would be that reason? Israel was not an independent nation at that point. It was still under the control of Rome. And the only person that had the right or authority to perform capital punishment was a Roman government. If Jesus said, you need to stone her, and they did, then the rulers could have brought Jesus before the Roman officials and had him executed because he literally murdered without their authority. Not that murder is bad in their mind, but without their authority. On the other hand, if Jesus had said, well, no, we don't have the authority to do that, then the people would have revolted against him. And so they were trying to find a way to either discredit him or to eliminate him, one or the other. And I think, again, this is Jesus's way. He doesn't directly go at the questions. His apologetic style is to ask other questions. He is without sin, let him throw the first stone. And Jesus gets down on the ground and starts writing on the ground. Now, it doesn't say specifically what he wrote. There's an aspect, I think maybe he was writing out the law because he was using his finger. And remember, it was the finger of God that wrote the law of God on those stone tablets. But we don't know, and it doesn't matter. Whatever it was caused those Jewish officials to leave and leave him only with the woman themselves. So, and I'm going to talk a little more about what I think is really interesting about that second part tomorrow. Hopefully that's encouraging so you understand something. Take care. God bless. Bye.